where I realized today 7 o'clock is too early for me. 7:30 is more doable. So we're going to be doing these at 7:30 from now on because for some reason I can't wake up early. This whole thing was supposed to be so that I could get out of bed earlier, we could start our days better. But for some reason, my body just hates being out of bed at 7 a.m. 7:30, we're okay. So this is the self-love I'm introducing for myself. Stop trying to force myself to do something I can't do consistently. Day 13 of our self-love journal. Today, we are focusing on common feelings that everyone has. You have hopes and dreams. Do you suppose others do? Do you feel loved and happy? Do you suppose others do too? You feel inadequate or unworthy at times. Do you suppose others do too? You feel bullied or criticized. Do you suppose others do too? Create a list of thoughts and feelings you hold about yourself. Do you suppose others have these thoughts and feelings too? About themselves, not about you. Reflect on ways that others might have similar thoughts or feelings. Feeling connected to others can help you develop a deeper sense of shared humanity. Good morning, Chicken Mama. Yeah, I hate getting out of bed. Getting out of bed is just one of those things, especially when, okay, I was supposed to go to bed at like 9:30, and then I got reading my book, and then I stayed up a little too late reading my book because it got really good. So I stayed up till like midnight reading. And then I woke up at 4 a.m. and couldn't get back to sleep. So that's where we're at. Hi, Sassy Susie. Good morning. So let me know what feelings you have about yourself that others may have. We're making a list. Let's see. What were the examples they gave? Do you have hopes and dreams? Do you feel loved and happy? Do you feel inadequate or worthy at times? Do you feel bullied or criticized? I do feel loved and happy. I feel loved and happy a lot. Um, I feel like I try to focus on those moments more than I feel criticized or put down. That's a big thing about being a creator. Um, you get hate comments, right? We talk about this every so often. People love to hate on people, sometimes to make themselves feel better, sometimes because they are just rude people and like to make other people feel bad. But when you focus on the negative and you focus on the bad, it takes your mind off of the good, right? I'll find myself responding to hate comments or getting riled up by hate comments, but I don't get riled up by the lovely comments that all of you leave me as much. And it's something that I have to consciously focus on and remind myself, don't give that more energy than the good stuff. And do you have hopes and dreams? This is actually something I was thinking of the other day. We okay, think about a goal that you have. Now, think about, are you going to be able to reach it? If you said no, then why is it your goal? Our goals should be attainable. Yes, there's that whole thing about stretch goals and, you know, putting things outside of your reach so that you can get more than what you thought you were going to get. But if you have a goal that you're actively working towards, it has to be attainable. Otherwise, why is it your goal? Why don't you believe in yourself? I believe in you. I believe that if you set a goal for yourself and it's something that you really want, you're going to be able to go get it. Because when you really, really want something, you'll find a way to do it. But if you don't really want something, it doesn't matter that much to us. You're not a morning person. You went to bed early and got and woke up around 12:30. You're awake until 2 a.m. after that. That sucks. I hate that. It happens to me so often. I don't know how to stop it. I do so I have my night routine where I try to wind down. I don't look at my phone for at least an hour before I try to fall asleep. I read, I take melatonin, I wear an eye mask, I meditate before I go to sleep. I think some of it has to do with what you eat right before bed. I heard that eating like a high source of protein help, or like eating a handful of like cashews or nuts, because your body is like lacking a specific something, which is why it wakes up at like 3 a.m. after you've gone to bed. But yeah, it's rough. Sleep, good sleep, it was wasted on my youth. I'm just gonna say that. The days of not needing more than a couple hours of sleep and being fully functional through the entire day, gone. Absolutely gone. It's one of those things that like then my back starts to hurt a little bit. You gotta adjust in the bed. It's a whole thing, a whole rigmarole that just goes downhill. And you can have the comfiest pillows, the comfiest bed, the comfiest anything. It's not gonna help. So we're just gonna have to get someone to come and like, where's the off switch in my brain? I keep forgetting. This is also what happens. I do these before I take my ADD medication, and I just get feeling connected to others can help you feel a deeper sense of shared humanity. Okay, so actually, this is a great example. Not being able to sleep at night. How many people are there that can't sleep at night? That's the the common humanity of understanding that I'm not alone in not being able to sleep. There are thousands, if not millions, of people that struggle with this. It is something that we are trying to figure out, and other people can empathize with it. Like if I go to work and I tell my boss, "Hey, I didn't sleep well. I need to take it easy today." She knows exactly what that means because she also doesn't sleep well a lot of the times, and we understand that level set. Oh man, your insomnia started with the menopause and got worse after COVID 2020. Oh, I am so sorry. I don't think I've had any problems sleeping because of COVID, but I've had lung problems, and my heart. I'm not going to say my heart has had problems, but I haven't been able to get up to the same cardio level in exercise because I took like a year off. I got COVID twice in 1 year, back to back. And so I basically just like gave up working out for a year, and trying to get back into working out after being so stagnant for so long. And it wasn't like oh, I'm still like kind of active. No, I was working from home, barely left the house, and I would take Daisy for a walk. I did have Daisy at that. Wait, did I have Daisy at that time? No, I didn't even have Daisy at that time yet. So it was just kind of like when I got out, I got out. And most of my cardio was coming from like going out and exercising when I was that young. When I was that young. It was only a few years ago. But I would be able to go out and do things, go for a run, go, walk around. But since we're in our houses, I couldn't do any of that. And then I got an exercise bike that I never used. It was a whole spiral downwards. So now I'm in the challenge of trying to get my cardio levels back up to what they were before. And oh my goodness, it is the hardest thing in the entire world to try to work on your cardio, to try to improve your cardio. Oh, that is difficult, especially when you can only work out for like 2 minute spurts. But that is something my trainer and I have actually been working on. So before, when I was trying to work out, I would try to force myself to do a work like my small workout from before. That's what I would try to force myself to do. Otherwise, it didn't count as a workout. And that is such a crock of that. That is a lie. That is a lie that the fitness industry tells you. 2 minutes of a workout is better than not working out at all. 5 minutes of workout is better than no workout at all. So give yourself adequate rest. Hi, Betsy. Giving yourself adequate rest in between your workouts and making the workout actually attainable and enjoyable will make it so you will want to work out more. That is the secret. That's the secret to everything. Doing it in bite sized pieces and not forcing yourself to do something that your body hates or that ends up hurting your body. You know that really sore feeling you have after a workout? Yeah, that's not good. You don't have to break muscles to build muscles. That is a straight up lie that the fitness industry has told you. amount of progress I've seen in the last 4 months that I've been working with my personal trainer, is more than I have seen over my entire lifetime of working out. And it's because we focus on functional movements and not the pump, the grind, how many calories I'm burning with a movement. Like, how long is my workout? How many reps am I doing? None of that is even in our language. It's all body weight. Sometimes I'm just laying on the floor in my workout and we laugh and I'm saying, if my boyfriend only knew what my workouts consisted of. Because giving myself the adequate rest while I'm working out was what I was missing and what my body needed to work out properly. It's life changing, let me tell you. A lot of her clients are in the, over 50, over 60, over 70, and she has seen some incredible progress with a lot of people who they kind of self-proclaim like, oh, there's no more hope for me, I can't get any better, that I'm just living with this isn't something that I can fix, it's just, I'm old now. That's kind of their mindset going in, and then they start working with her, and one of her clients can sit on the floor and play with her grandkids now that she was never able to do before. It helps her prevent falls from happening because she's in her 70s and lives on her own. So just like the little things that we do to care for our body and ignore all of the toxic advice that's out there. Oh gosh, I with everything, like with breakup advice. You go on the internet, you like how to get over an ex, right? Well, you got to focus on yourself. You got to do this, you got to do that. I don't agree with that. I think that getting over something is unattainable. I'm not going to get over someone that I loved. It is what, 5, 6 years later after my last ex, and I still think about them. They don't go away. They're not like you're never going to forget about the experiences that you had in life. So getting over things is not realistic. But that's the advice that's out there. Everything, all the advice out there is like so anti-human. I'm going on a rant now. Welcome to Jordan's rants. Jordan's morning rants. I absolutely hate how much life experience is out there where it's getting away from being human and trying to force yourself into this category of like perfection. Like at work, right? Have you ever been working at a job where they expected you to be 100% perfect all the time? Oh, you're 2 minutes late today. That's a write up. Oh, you messed up on this one thing. That's a write up. Like what? Uh, we're not giving people the benefit of the doubt. Like you just don't like me. I'm sorry. No job is worth that much anxiety. Or there's a lot of like fine dining experiences where I've equated like the just the removal of being human in that moment. And I think that has a lot to do with that like superiority complex of people that have a lot of wealth. They want to separate themselves from other people, and that's the only way they can. It's like they can pay out of being human. They don't have to put their own napkin on their lap. They don't have to like the distinguished palate that they have is so like otherworldly. I don't know. The synchronization of fine dining creeps me out. I don't know if any of you have ever been to like a Michelin star restaurant and experienced that, but there's restaurants where they literally will like pull like they will place a napkin out for you. Like if you stand up, there's someone there like telling you, "Oh, where do you need to go? Like, how can I help you? Do you want me to carry you there? Like, what is this?" I get it's a luxurious experience if you're trying to completely forget about being a human being for a while, but it's not for me. Hi, Jennifer. You watch my mom and you saw I had a channel. It's clear you've been raised well. I actually have raised myself. And anyone that knows My foreparents, because I have two step parents, will tell you they are shocked at how I turned out because I lived with my dad starting at sixth grade, and then my mom moved to Arizona. I think when I was like a junior, no, freshman. I don't even know, but I didn't see her that much. We talked on the phone, and I saw her every other weekend, and was you know she was a part of my life, but I was alone the majority of the time as a child, especially in those formative years. And you would be amazed. You would be shocked. If you knew who my parents were, what they did, and saw them, you'd be like, this girl? This that's what came out of that situation? No, ain't no way. Ain't no way, no how. And that's a lot of the people that know me as a child and see me now. They're just like, how'd you do it? Honestly, I still don't know. I really don't know. But my childhood was weird and rough and terrible. But that's what I want to share with other people. And that's kind of the point I started this channel is my friends from high school, they have all seen all of the terrible things that I've been through, all the things that I've overcome. And they're like, you're so brave. We look up to you. You inspire us. And I'm like, I'm just living my life. What do you mean? I'm just go for it. Just go do things. And I'm encouraging to them and I'm empowering to them. And I had no idea why. I couldn't understand. I was like, I'm just out here figuring it out just as much as you guys. And I realized it's that like fear to fail. I don't have a fear of failure. Like I don't want to fail. I try not to fail, but that doesn't stop me from trying something new or going for something. And I am delusional enough when I'm going about something that I'm like, yeah, I can do that. And I try it, regardless of my ability to actually do it. Do I fail at a lot of things? Absolutely. But that doesn't stop me from trying. And I think that's the main piece of thing about me that I want to share with all of you is inspiring and empowering people to feel like they can try something new. Try something you've never tried before. If you have a goal that you're like, ooh, that kind of scares me, but it would be really nice to have it, but I don't think I'll ever be able to do it, get that out of your head. Go for it. Why is it your goal if you don't think you can do it? That's been a lot of my like healing journey recently. If you met me 3 years ago, I tell this to my boyfriend all the time, and it kind of scares him. I was like, if you met me 3 years ago, I'm a different person. You would not recognize me. You would be like, you're this person has a successful YouTube channel giving advice to other people. I feel like I've always been good on the advice category, not good about taking it myself, not good about the self awareness part of self advice, of giving advice. But I have transformed that. I feel like a lot of that comes with being 27, going to therapy, all those things, right? Your brain isn't fully developed until you're like 26, 27, which the amount of pressure they put on us to know who we are before that point, absolutely ridiculous. Would I recommend anybody getting married, picking a career, doing anything establishing in their life before 26? No, don't do it. You don't know who you are. You literally do not have the critical thinking skills that you need to be well equipped for life. I digress. But we all have that loud and wrong phase, and mine was stunted. Mine came around 25 instead of earlier. Well, I mean, I was also wrong before, just not loud about it. Now I am loud and proud. But it takes a lot of trial and error and messing up and figuring out what you don't want to do and what you don't want to be to get to where you do want to be. And it doesn't matter when you go through that and when you're trying that out. And I've done a lot of things that people turn their nose up at, and they're like, oh, that's scandalous, or you don't have any respect for yourself, or, whatever it may be that people want to say. But those were life experiences that I was trying to figure out for myself. I was trying to figure out who I was. I was trying to take back my power for myself after things that I've had experienced. And we can always go into more details, but I have to make it a over 18 chat for that. But those are things that I'm not ashamed of doing, but that's not a part of my life anymore. I know now I don't want to do those things. It's like, okay, I tried it, I didn't like it, but it helped me get through a certain phase of my life, and it was still important, regardless of it being a good decision or a bad decision. It was just a decision. And I think that's how I go about a lot of things. I don't care about, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody else, as long as it's not, like financially irresponsible, maybe a little financially irresponsible. But I'm not afraid to try something new. I'm not afraid to go out and get something. I'm not afraid to go out and experience something different and see if I like it or not. So important to do so many things. Wait, there's a heart. I can't see your comment because there's a little heart. Oh, you want or not want to do. That was my experience with food too. My motto is always you got to try something once before you know if you like it. If you've never tried it, you can't say you don't like it, right? You can say I don't think I'll like it, but if you've never tried it, how do you know if you enjoy the experience or not? And roller coasters, I know I don't like them because I've almost fallen out of them. I'm not a thrill seeker. I've almost died too many times to try to chase the feeling of almost dying. No, thank you. Not my thing. Foods. I will try food first before I say I like it or don't like it. But I'm a texture person. So if it looks slimy, I can almost guess I'm not going to like it. But I'll still try it just to make sure. What else is there? Okay, tattoos. That's a little bit harder. Try it before you know you're not going to like it. Because that one's permanent. But I've always wanted a tattoo, but I was never able. My rule was I had to like it. I had to like the same thing for 1 year before I would go get a tattoo. Nothing, nothing has stayed that long. So we'll see. We'll see if I ever get a tattoo. What else? What else do I not like? That's kind of it. I'm pretty open to things, and that's the courage that I want to share with all of you, and what I put behind every piece of advice. People know when they call me for advice, they know what they're gonna get. That I'm not going to blow smoke up your chimney and give you the validation of your insecurities and your fears and say, oh, like, well, it's okay. It's, you tried your best, but you don't have to do it. It's too hard. Like, I'm going to give it to you real. And people know that when they call me for advice, I'm going to be there for them and be supportive, but I'm also going to give them the hard truth. And it's a balance, right? It's a balance of introducing self care, but also why are you letting someone treat you like this, right? Like, are you doing what you need to do in the relationship? And also, like, why don't you set more boundaries with that person? Why are you afraid to set boundaries? Why are you afraid of losing someone? I get the best relationship advice, personally, I think. But that is now that I have like overcome the hurdle of people pleasing and realize that this is my favorite quote that I came up with the other day. If you're afraid of having needs in a relationship, you're going to attract people that see you as an object. That's a great one. That's something that I learned, but didn't quite like. I couldn't formulate it into words until now. But it's so true. If you're afraid of being needy, if you're afraid of vocalizing what you need from another person, your partner, who you're learning to build a life with, you're not going to attract someone who sees you as a person. If you're trying to be that chill girlfriend, right? We've all been that like, well, I'm chill. I'm super cool. No, it's okay that you didn't call me like whatever. Like no, but it's eating you up inside. That is the kind of relationship where they just see you as an object. Someone that loves you and wants to care for you and wants to be your partner will want to do the things necessary to make you feel loved, to make you feel special, to make you feel like you're in a partnership, not just with someone. I Grant is the example of that. Example A: when you're needy, they don't run away if they love you. If they run away because you're needy, they don't love you. That's it. That's my advice for the day. Good morning, Betty. All right, I'm going to leave you all here with that. We're going to move these 30 minutes later so that I can actually get out of bed in the morning. And thank you for joining. And thank you for watching the replay. If you're watching the replay, I will see you all this Thursday. I have a marketing live. If you want to come to that marketing live, we talk about way more than just marketing questions. It can be anything from your personal brand to writing resumes, to writing cover letters, to posting on social media, everything. So come to that.